Hey everyone, Sarah Sampson here, Farmasi USA, beauty influencer and leader of Team Glitz Mavens. It's been a day since I saw you. Literally, no, it's been a day. So yesterday what happened was it was husband's day off and he was home. So I decided I would take tomorrow off, I would take today. Let me get my words right. I decided I would take yesterday off and just spend time with my husband, hang out and do a little bit of nothing. And that's what I did. Of course, I still worked and I got some things done. I did some research for some team trainings I'm doing. I got things put together that way. So it wasn't like a unproductive day. Wow, my words today. I'm just making crap up at this point. No, it wasn't an unproductive day, but it wasn't like I didn't go live. I didn't say a whole lot in my teams outside of like normal updates. So today I'm catching up. I'm gonna do all that, and then we're also going back to working on my house. Today is the boys' room. Today is the boys' room. I feel like I don't even have to say a whole lot about that because it kind of speaks for itself. We've already been arguing, going back and forth about what they're going to get rid of. And they don't want to get rid of anything. They're like, oh, just give it to Lily. She'll play with it. I'm like, oh, but I don't want to keep it in the house. Like, there's just, it's gonna be a process today with the boys, especially. They're a lot more attached to their things than the girls, I feel. So convincing them that parting ways with their things is gonna be, I think, a little bit harder, but I still think it's gonna be rewarding. And I get it, like, they've been collecting these things for a long time. Some of these toys they've had since they were born. So they're attached, they're attached. So what I'm doing is I'm going to throw on, I'm going to put on some primer. I'm using the VFX Pro Camera Ready Primer Strobe. I used a sample today. I do have the full size, but I had a sample. So I'm like, I'm going to use it because it was already open. So I'm just going to put that on all over. And this one, it's a creamy, but it gives more of like a shiny finish. So if you love like the Luminous foundation, even though it's going away, you could actually use this primer with the VFX and still get that that dewy look. So if that's your jam, this is the primer for you. Also, really good for dry skin. It's really good for any skin, but really good for dry skin. And I'm just gonna rub it in as well as I can. I think I already got my nose, but I'm gonna do it again. Oh, no shame in my game. It's a crime not to prime. I put too much on my hand. Look at that. I probably used less than what's on my hand to cover my whole face. I will go down my neck a little bit though, since I do have the product too. Just kind of rub that in. Oh, it's so soft and silky. I was actually using the silver primer up until recently, and I absolutely love it. I'm just gonna put a little bit extra. This primer, by the way, is very hydrating. It's very silky, smooth, and soft. It leaves your skin looking and feeling silky and smooth. Hey, Joyce. So I love it. I love it a lot. Today's look's not gonna be like crazy over the top. I do have plans to clean my house. So like, I want to look good for my trainings, but at the same time, I want to be in a look that I can clean and not feel guilty in. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put on some eye primer as well. This is our Pro to Fit. Comes in a cute little jar. It looks like this. Isn't that cute? And it lasts quite a while. I also don't necessarily use it as often as I should. I'm not wearing makeup all the time. But I do wear makeup quite a bit. But recently with the Lumi Radiance line, I haven't been wearing makeup as much because I've been having really good skin days. So today my face looks a little red because I exfoliated before going live. But usually, like, my skin tone has been getting evened out. The Lumi line, it lightens and brightens, it evens skin tone, and it diminishes fine lines and wrinkles, as well as dark spots, and then it prevents you from getting more dark spots. So if you have like a dark spot on your face, it'll help lighten it. I've seen where it has lightened my acne scars. Here used to be a lot darker, and here too. What's even cooler is I was doing research. That's one of the trainings I'm doing for my team. I'm going to talk to them about the Lumi line, and I think I need to do a live here about it because it's cool. But the Lumi Radiance line also has ingredients that are really good for both dry and oily skin, but are also really good for combating acne, breakouts, blackheads. So while it's meant to lighten and brighten, I was really amazed to see like it has some of these really cool ingredients that kind of do both. And then it also has ingredients that fight the signs of aging, that tighten and tone. I was like, dang, I thought I was just lightening up some of my scars, even my skin tone, and it turns out I'm fighting the signs of aging too. So it's kind of like the Pure Rose to me. It's a jack of all trades. It's a really great line for anyone. It is safe for all skin types too, just like the Pure Rose. But for me, like, it's a combination of Pure Rose, Tea Tree, and our Age Reverses line. Of course, that's not what it actually is. That's just how I would compare it. Because the ingredients are different, obviously. But, like, if I had to say, like, how it worked, that's how I would say it. What is this? Oh. I'm like, what is this? It's eyeshadow. I'm an idiot. I'm blind. I was like, I don't know what this is. But yeah, if you have a lot of hyperpigmentation, I would recommend... Go get some fruit snacks. I would definitely recommend the Lumi Radiance line. In fact, let me look it up because it's actually one of our cheapest skincare lines. It comes with a bar soap that is really cool. So it's not like a body soap where if you put it on your face, it's going to dry your face out. It's made for facial skin. So it's non-drying, and then it has an exfoliating wash as well. So what I do is I use the bar most days of the week, and then I use the exfoliator like twice a week usually. I used it this morning. Usually I use it on Wednesdays, but I didn't use it yesterday for some reason. I don't know. I just randomly do it. But then I won't use it again till like Saturday or Sunday. And then it has a serum. It has a SPF face cream. So it's not just a face cream. It's got 22 SPF face cream, eye cream, and like the tonic as well. Of course, I listed that in the wrong order. I would go soap, exfoliate, tonic, serum. You know, the whole shebang. But, and the only thing, like, the one thing I disagree with them, though, is they say to put the eye cream on before the SPF face cream. And to me, like, the eye cream is last. So I put that on last. It's not necessarily that they're wrong. It's just I do it differently than them. But that's, like, the only thing that we disagree on. But it works. I love it. I've been using it for, like, a month now. And it's definitely helping. It's definitely like, can you see that? Like, look how light it has made my under eye bags. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Like, I'm amazed. So I'm going to just look it up so I can give you the right. And of course, yeah. So if you buy it as a set, the Lumi line is $79.90. So that's 6 things though. It's like the whole shebang. It's not like one product. It's like $79.90 and it lasts. So I would say it will last at least 3 to 4 months because I'm starting month 2 and I've barely touched it. Like you can't even tell I've used it really. So it's going to last a while. I don't even know how I got talking about this. Randomness. Okay, I got my eyes primed now. You know, the important stuff. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the Iconic palette today. And I absolutely love this palette. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to keep it simple to an extent, but I wanted to use green today. I love this green. And I haven't had a chance to use it, so I was going to use some emerald and some mermaid, but I was going to start with Idol as kind of like my transition color and then go from there. I'll probably just make it up as I go, because I think the thing I'm going to focus most on is my eyes, because I'm keeping it simple, because like, again, I want to look cute for the trainings I'm doing, but at the same time I am going to be cleaning my house in this makeup, so I don't want to wear too much. So that's where we're at this point. Ooh. I'm also avoiding cleaning their room. That's one of the reasons I'm live right now. I could have done this after I was done, but we were already fighting over stuffed animals because one of my sons got rid of a stuffed animal that was his, and my other son was like, but I really like it and I want it. And I was like, but he's getting rid of it. And he's like, no, but I want it. I'm like, no, but we don't need it. I was like, you have like your favorites. Why do you need that? Why do you need it? So we had like a whole thing. It was kind of nice because with my oldest, like, she had stuff that she loved, but she's ready to let go. She's not a very, like, she does not do well with like chaos or messes. So, yeah, it's a process. It's definitely not easy for kids to understand, like, the concept of like letting things go and how, you know, it's freeing, but it also allows them to get something so much better later on. If you really think about it, until you let go, you really don't have... I should have done my brows before going live. Why do I always do this to myself? But until you let go, like, you have no space to put anything new and better. You know, and they're getting older. A lot of the stuff that we've kept, you know, Legos, cars, those things I get. But no, you need to stop. Go play. But like, they have magic tracks, but that they don't have cars for. They have these gear things, which are cool, but they never play with them. And then I was like, well, I never see you play with them. Can we get rid of them? And they were like, no, we play this random, they made up a random game, and they're like, we need 2 of these pieces to play. And I was like, can't you use something else, like a Lego or something? And they're like, no, we have to have this gear to play this game. And I was like, I don't know about this.
I want to eat cheese. I want to eat cheese.
You want to eat cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and get a piece of cheese and I'll help you open it. I say piece of cheese. It's string cheese. A piece of cheese. Go get a piece of cheese, honey. I'm a dork. I'm such a dork. Okay. Moving on. I'm gonna put, before I use the green and the emerald and the mermaid, I think I'm gonna add a little bit of struggle. That's my life. I add a little bit of struggle to my day, okay? I'm just gonna tap it in here like this. I don't swirl it. I don't drag. I just kind of tap it, and then I get rid of any fallout, which I really haven't had any fallout issues with this eyeshadow. I love, love, love it. And I'm going to go in my crease.
Guys, you want one?
And work my way up a little bit above my crease, because I do have hooded eyes. Like, if you see, if I wear eyeliner, you can barely see my shadows at times. So that's one of the reasons why I don't wear a lot of eyeliner. Lily, I'm opening this for you. Here you go, baby. Can you put the other cheeses away? They don't want it, honey. She's very thoughtful. But she's always trying to push food and toys and things on the other kids they don't want. And they get so irritated. And I have to remind them she's trying to be nice. Like, she's trying to be kind, guys. That's yours. Okay? Put the others away. No, I don't want it. Thank you.
Yours.
No, thank you. Go put it in the fridge. I'll eat it later.
I really like pinocchio.
You like pinocchio?
Yes. Oh, that's nice.
Let me see it. She painted her nails today. I got her some nail polish from Farmasi when it was on sale.
I love them.
Ooh, look at this color. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. Don't touch anything until it's dry.
I use my toes too.
Oh, wow. Those are such cute toes. All right, let your nail polish dry. She's so cute. I love that color. I actually own it myself as well. Let me see if I can find it so you can see like the bottle. Let's see. It's right here. But Farmasi has like a ton of really pretty colors, and then what I really like to do is I go in with like this matte top coat. So if you really like matte colors, this top coat is freaking amazing. It takes the shine out and it leaves it looking matte. I love it. I don't even know why I'm so obsessed with matte looks, but I am. It's my thing right now. I go through phases. I'll probably want them to be shiny in a little while, but for now, I can't get this back in there. Okay. Oh, what movie is that from? Ice Age? Nah, I don't know. I have a song stuck in my head. So sorry. So sorry. Okay, so all I've done so far is I used Idol as my kind of like my base or my transition color, and then I used Struggle, which is this one right here. And now I'm gonna go in with a packing brush. It's sort of like a packing brush. I don't know what it's called. It's a brush. And I'm gonna go in with Mermaid, I think. I'm going with Mermaid. That's this really pretty gold color right here. So pretty. So yeah, this is me avoiding cleaning the boys' room for a few minutes. The whole argument. I don't want the process to be painful for anyone. I don't want it to be an argument. I don't want it to be a fight. I want it to be something that they can learn from and they can grow from, but I don't want it to be something that they look back on and like, remember that time Mom helped us like clean our room and we argued the whole time? I don't want it to be like that. So I decided we would just step away for a few minutes. They're in their heads. I've already asked them to kind of start evaluating, like, do they use it? Do they really need it? And we're going to talk about that as we go along through the rest of their room. So. Hopefully it gets better. I knew it would be harder for them. Like I said, they get a lot more attached to their things than the other kids, the other two girls. Why do I have pink on my nose? What did I do here? So what I'm doing is I'm kind of tracing with it first where I want to see it. And then I'm packing it on. And I might actually spray the brush and like give it a little bit of oomph in a minute. I haven't decided yet. Because I feel like it needs to be more dramatic than it is. Or should be more dramatic than it is. But what I do appreciate is the ability to build with these colors. Okay. So, let's see. I'm gonna give that a break for a second. I'm gonna go in with the emerald. And then I'm gonna like evaluate from there what I want to do. I'm trying to remember the words so I can figure out what the song is from. It's driving me crazy. So I'm going to go in now with the Emerald, which is this really pretty green color here. And I'm going to do that on the outside. I'm going to do it on the outer lid and corner. And then later when I'm done with my foundation, my concealer, all that jazz, I'll go in and I will bring it under as well. But I'm going to wait till that's done to worry about that. I don't know. I think I might just keep it like this. I did pull it over a little bit. Just to change it up a little bit. I'm getting creative. What I love about eyeshadow is there's a right and a wrong way to do it, but there's really no wrong way to do it. Does that make sense? Like, obviously you want to play with it strategically and do it properly, but at the same time, like, you can play with it. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing, which is what I kind of love about it. And I do think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some Crush over that mermaid just to darken it up a little bit. Make it pop a little bit more. Let's see. I have an empty brush here. Hold on. I'm like going through my whole brush collection here. I'm going to go in with like an empty brush and just kind of blend it a little bit. I really need that song to get out of my head. It's so bad. So same thing as the other side. If I can see what I'm doing. Here we go. The sun went down for a second there. I'm making a mess. I'm making a big mess. And go back in with that Crush for side 2 as well. Suppose what I should have done is like cut crease at this point. Like, I should have just cut my crease, which I still could. There's really nothing stopping me from cutting my crease. Oh, I'm just cleaning my house. Just cleaning my house. How complicated do I want it to be? So I gotta turn because the better light is over on this side of the room. I have windows over here and a wall over here.
Do you like that game? That the game? Bet you. Why can't I get past?
Okay. Let me find. Okay, time for some foundation. I'm going to use the Stay Matte Pore Minimizing. I know, I've been really quiet for a minute, haven't I? Like a hot second, I wasn't talking. So to explain what I just did, I took a Q-tip with a little bit of micellar water. This is not micellar. With Biphase Makeup Remover. And I just took off some of the shadow where I wouldn't really fall out as much as terrible aim as far as me with my brushes. So that's all I did. I'm gonna go in with the Stay Matte. Love this foundation. If you're just joining, to like recap, I already primed. I used the Strobe primer. It's in a purple container. Love it. Hey, Dad. And yeah. So I start with a brush. I love using a brush to help spread the product where I want it. And then I go in with a wet beauty blender and you'll see like it's wet. A sandwich right now?
I want to eat a sandwich right now.
You want to eat a sandwich right now? Ella, are you ready for lunch?
Me. I want to eat.
You want to eat?
I want to eat sandwich.
Could you make your sister some lunch anyway, even though you're not ready? Hello. Thank you. Okay, getting ahead of myself. So after the boys' room comes the kitchen. And we have so many dishes, so many that we don't use. We use a lot of plasticware right now. Our kids are still younger. So that's one reason. We do have some glass dishes we do want to keep. But then we have like 3 other sets that we don't really need 15 sets of plates. So we're going to go through those. And then the Tupperware container. Am I the only one? Like, we have like, we've got Rubbermaid, we've got Tupperware, we've got some glass bowls in there. We just have some random stuff in this, and it's like a catch-all. Takeout containers. I'm that mom that people are gonna be joking about one day about the butter container. Like, what's in it? Is it butter? Is it leftovers? It's leftovers. We're almost always out of butter for some reason. So I use the Beauty Blender to just press that in a little bit better, blend it down, and really work that product in. Get it also, because it's, you know, it's damp, it'll pick up some of that excess product. You'll see, like, I now have some excess product on here. So it's not cakey. It doesn't go on looking like a crazy face. What I love about this, the Stay Matte, is it has sebum control. So it controls like your oil production. So it keeps you looking matte, and then it minimizes the appearance of your pores, and then it's a full coverage product, so you can see like it fully covered the redness that I had going on here on my forehead and my nose in this area, and that's kind of what I was going for. And you might have noticed I didn't use like a ton of product, like at all, and a lot of times people think, well, full coverage, you need to use more product. No, you really don't. Less is better. And then, you know, you can always build up if you feel like you need more. But generally speaking, like if you use a product, for instance, like, oh, where is it? Sort of like our VFX here. So if you use our VFX Pro Camera Ready foundation, you should only need a squirt. Maybe a squirt and a half to 2 squirts. If you need more than that, of any product, then there's something wrong with the product, or you're using a product that's not right for your skin, because the way that those products are designed, they're meant to have in 1 to 2 squirts the amount of product that you need. So it's meant to help you keep from overusing products. So keep that in. I always like to remind people that, keep that in mind when you are using product. If it's taking more than 1 to 2 squirts, it's too much. Okay, so got my foundation on. Where is my concealer? I lost it. It's gotta be here somewhere. 1 sec. Ta-da! All right, so I'm going in with some full coverage concealer. This is number 3, Light Ivory. So most people go for lighter than their skin tone. This is probably the lightest color we have, and I'm a vampire. It matches my skin tone really well. But you might have noticed when I did my foundation, I left this area undone. The reason I did that is because I'm in my 30s, fine lines, wrinkles. Hey, Danny. And no reason to candy coat this, but if you use too much product, especially around the eye, you'll see here, I have these little fine lines here. If you use too much product there, it's not going to cover up that area. It's not going to cover it up and like make it invisible to the visible eye. It's actually going to accentuate it, and you'll find cracking. You'll have issues with that. So that's why I did not put foundation there. And you'll see, like, a lot of times you'll see people do like this large triangle with their concealer. I didn't do that as well. I use as little as possible, and I just blend it out, because you'll see like this will still cover this whole area. Some people even just do dots, which works as well. Hey Rachel, how's it going, boo? And I tap it. You're not trying to like move the product around. You don't want it to slip and slide. It'll naturally kind of bounce with your blender anyway. And you'll see now, like, I've actually naturally kind of lightened and brightened that area. Cool. I'm assuming I'm talking to Kate then. Hey, Kate. Unless your mom's not driving. And then in that case, hi, Rachel. Hi to both. Hi to both. I love it when both of you hop on. Okay. So before I move on to like my bronzer, my blush, my transparent, I gotta do something about my brows. They're driving me crazy. Gots to do something about my brows. Usually I will freeze this first. It helps it to sharpen better, but I just need it now, so that'll do. Chat will do. You just need a really sharp sharpener, freeze it, and then sharpen, and you'll get a nice sharp edge. This is kind of what happens if you don't. But I needed it in a pinch, and I don't care. Some people actually, and I'll show you, take this end off and then use like a pin and push it up instead of sharpening too, which is another really good option if you want to avoid like the sharpener and everything. You have that option as well. Should have already had my brows done, but you know. Sometimes I'm on top of it and sometimes I'm not. Today is one of those days I'm not. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like so not on top of everything. Let's see, where's my... It's here somewhere. Ta-da! I'm just going to use my double-sided brow brush. Take the spoolie and kind of blend it in a little bit. I just wanted to give my brows a little bit of definition because they are light. Light, light, light. There we go. The pencil is super easy to use, and then if you really want to, you can follow it up with, let me see if I can find it, the BeFit Clear Brow Gel. Ah, so everyone's listening to Sarah. Just kidding. Hey, everybody. I just take the clear brow gel and I hold it in place. I'm not sure. I'm just avoiding responsibility. I'm supposed to be cleaning the boys' room right now, and I'm not. And I need to fix my brow because one of them looks different than the other. Like, very much so. There we go. Okay. Where did it go? Okay, brows done. Let's see. For some reason, I put my brow gel right in my... That was weird. Sarah, what are you doing? Okay, back to my face. I'm gonna go in now with my Sun-Kissed bronzing powder. Sad that it's going away, but at the same time, if you were looking for a good bronzer, we have our 3-in-1 palette. We have our Peach Bite palette that has a really pretty bronzer in it. So there's still options out there. I really love this one personally, and I'm sad to see it go because it lasts, like, look, it lasts forever. I've had this since July, and I barely put a dent in it, and I use it constantly. Because all I do is I tap. I don't swirl, and then I just work it in to my face. But as sad as I am to see it go, I have no doubt that Farmasi is going to bring something even better. But like I said, we do have the 3-in-1 palettes that have really pretty bronzers in them as well. So there's still options. This is, like I said, I'm avoiding cleaning the boys' room. So we were fighting over stuffed animals earlier. They never play with them. They don't like them. They don't care about them. But they refuse to get rid of them. And I was like, ooh, that's really dark. Hold on. Stop with the closet door, you guys. That's obnoxious. Kate. Stop with the door. It's Lily, of course. She's dangling on a closet door, of course. Of course. I'm also going to take it up around my hairline. I follow my hairline with it, basically. Especially like in the areas where my hair kind of dips back a little bit. And I will blend it in better than this, I promise. I'll get to the blending in a second. I almost tap it right into the hairline. Like if you look. So it still gets like this face here, but it's worked right into, so it's kind of like automatically blended in. I'm still going to take my sponge and blend it a little bit more. Last time I didn't blend, Steve noticed and he was like, what is that? What is that? And I was like, nothing. It's nothing, baby. It looks like something, but it's nothing. And one side blended better than the other. I'm kind of annoyed. Like this side, maybe it's the lighting. This side seems to have blended better than this side, but it could just be how the light is hitting. Because I have some of my curtains closed right now because it is mad bright outside at the moment. And then some of them open, so I still had really good light. Oh, and I do my ear, of course. Anywhere where like I would naturally kind of glow anyway. And then I'm also using it to contour a little bit, working it down. Got the double chin to get rid of. Let me find. So I'm going to use my double-sided face brush for a second. I should have just used it to begin with. I'm going to use the smaller side to get my nose. use the powdery side to kind of, the fluffy side to blend it out. That's better. Oh, I've got to get my nose together. Otherwise it looks huge. I don't know why. It's just big. I don't know. Ooh, and my camera's moving. Stop. Don't do that. Ah. Okay. Next. Ooh, that's not it. Don't do that. Blush. I'm gonna use, so I got this gorgeous set. It sold out really fast, unfortunately, but I got this lovely set, and it came with this limited edition pink. Look how pretty. So I'm gonna use that. It's gorgeous. And I'm gonna use also, if you haven't seen it, on the website, I think it's like $24.90 or something like that. It comes with this lovely, super fluffy, sparkly brush, some eyelash curlers, and the mirror I'm using, actually. And it's just this gorgeous, like, New Year accessory kit. So pretty. And of course, I only paid half price because I'm an influencer with Farmasi. So that's always an added benefit of being one of their influencers. I love the discount, of course. Who wouldn't love a 50% discount? I mean, would you walk into Ulta or Sephora and turn down a 50% discount? I know I wouldn't. So it's one of the happy benefits of being an influencer, on top of, like, I make 50% commission, and I'm able to, you know, create an income from home while homeschooling my kids, while organizing and cleaning up my house. You've seen my Hoardy mess adventures. I have more to come today. We already started working on it. We've already started fighting over toys. But, like, while having all of that going for me, I'm able to create an income and, you know, help bring in some extra money for the family. And it's paid for silly things, not silly, but it's paid for little things like trips to the mountains. It's paid for us to stay in the hotel. It pays for meals out. It's paid for gas. It's paid for groceries. So for me, it's been an incredible blessing, and it's been one of those things where I was really scared to get started. I didn't know if it was going to work for me because I'd been in network marketing for so long, and it has just been the biggest blessing in my life. I finally found an industry that I love with a company that I love, and I think that that's really important when you get into this space, that you find not only an industry that you love, but a company that you can stand behind. And that's really what Farmasi has been for me. It's like having a second family, and I've gained so much more than a side income. You know, I've gained confidence. I've gained quality time with my kids. And I know that sounds really weird because I've been stay at home since my daughter was 6. Oh goodness, how old? Let's see. March, April, May, June, July. She was about 6 months old. I went back to work for 2 months. Believe it or not, at the time I was able to use both my disability and my vacation and my sick time when she was born. So I was home for her first 4 months, which is not normal. And now, like, the company policies, the company that I was at no longer, you know, makes that a possibility. But at the time I could do that. And when I finally did, ooh, I'm moving again. I don't know why I keep shaking like that. When I finally did go back to work, Ella, hey Danny, Ella would not eat for me. Or not for me, for Steven. So I would be at work pumping, and he would be at home saying, honey, the baby won't eat. What do I do? She wouldn't take a bottle for him. So what ended up happening is I was in the group home industry. Is that an industry? I was in the line of work where it was direct care, group home. I was in respite at the time. We had a house where families of individuals with learning delays, handicaps, any form of disability really could, you know, take their children or their loved one, whoever they were caregiving for, and have a few days off. That's where I worked. And what we would do is we would take them out on outings. We'd go to the movies. We would go out to eat, all these fun things with them, you know, keep them entertained, help them have a good time while they were with us. And I remember I was taking these people, these individuals, on trips to my house, which was about 10 minutes away. And my boss knew about this. He was cool with it. He actually said, you know, however you need to work it out, make it work. Because he didn't want to lose me at the time. But he was like, go ahead and do this. It was totally against company policy. But, oh, thank you, Mandy. But what ended up happening is I was taking them on these outings, and I was driving to my house, nursing my daughter really quickly, getting her held over until my shift was done, and then taking them wherever they were going to go, whether it was the meals, bowling, whatever we were doing that day. And I would have to do that several times a day. So I was both working and going home to feed my daughter because she wouldn't take a bottle. And it ended up being way too much stress. My job was fine with it. They really didn't care. But it just ended up being too much on me to figure it out because I was at work, and then I still had to figure out how to come up with something for them to do every single day I was working. And I was working full time at the time, and occasionally overtime. So what ended up happening was Steve ended up finding a different job through a temp agency, and I put in my 2 weeks notice, and I ended up being a stay-at-home mom. So I did end up going back to work when I first had my kids. I had no intention on being a stay-at-home mom. It just kind of happened. But, you know, I'm so glad that it has. The thing was, I, at some point, lost myself into being a stay-at-home mom. And I felt like I was doing nothing and going nowhere with my life. And I know that sounds horrible. There's so much value in being a stay-at-home parent. And everything that goes with that. I'm not going to say, you know, I want you to know, like, there's a lot of value in that. But I kind of lost a piece of myself, and I didn't know if I would ever find it, if it was going to be, you know, I felt like I needed something for myself, a purpose. And at the time, our marriage was not overly great. A lot went on in there. We have had by far, like, definitely not like the perfect marriage, which is fine. Nobody has a perfect marriage. Let's be honest. It's a lot of work, but, we've been through a lot. We've been through a lot. And, you know, I'll probably share about it eventually, but right now, like, it doesn't matter. I just had this deep sense of needing something to call my own, an income of my own, so that things weren't being said. And, you know, at the time, we were young. We got married very young. I was 19 when we got married, you know, and I was 21 when we had our daughter. And in that time, like, a lot happened. Like, it's a marriage. A lot has happened. But I had this sense that I needed something more. And I was introduced to network marketing. And the industry itself wasn't for me. It was Tupperware. I love the products. I still use them to this day. But the industry itself didn't bring me joy, and I really didn't like in-home parties, which is what I actually moved on to with Premier Designs, which is no longer around, which I'm sad about. But, and I've kind of floated through different companies trying to figure out what I wanted to do and where I belonged. And I almost gave up on network marketing when my friend Rachel introduced me to Farmasi here. And I absolutely love Farmasi. And I've been in the makeup industry before. I was with Mary Kay. It wasn't a good fit for me for several reasons. I'm not going to really get into it. It doesn't really matter. It's a great company. It's just not for me. And the way I see it, brand loyalty, someone who is loyal to Mary Kay is going to buy from Mary Kay, whether or not my product is better or cheaper or whatever, and vice versa. Just different people like different things, right? So for me, Farmasi is a great fit, but I feel like in this industry, a lot of times people join the first opportunity that's presented to them, and they are not warned This might not be the right company for you. This might not be the right team atmosphere for you. This might not be the right industry for you. You could be in the right industry with the wrong company. And I think that's where we fail a lot. We just want to recruit everyone versus the people whom this industry really speaks to. And that is where I'm a little bit different. I try and find people who I think, you know, enjoy makeup or enjoy skincare or like baby products. We have a lot to choose from, who will really thrive in this environment and find that sense of belonging like I did. And, you know, will find peace and encouragement and hope in this industry. Because I spent 10 years floating around feeling like I was the problem. And to an extent, I was inconsistent. There were things I could have done better. But what I found is when you find that company that's for you, that industry that's for you, the products, the company that you can stand behind, it's incredible. It is incredible. It is key to your success. Because if you can't stand behind the company or the products, people can tell. You know, if I didn't stand behind Farmasi, you would know it. If I didn't like their products and I was still showing them and I was like, yeah, but I don't really like them, I don't use them, you would be able to tell. It would be very obvious. And that is what, you know, if you're looking to get into network marketing, I would love for you to join my team. I would love for you to be a part of Farmasi with me and on this adventure, because it's a great opportunity. We have an amazing compensation plan. We have an amazing team. We have an amazing company. We have an amazing opportunity here at Farmasi. But if this industry does not speak to you, if you don't enjoy makeup, skincare, men's products, cleaning supplies, baby products, skincare, whatever, if you don't enjoy those things and you love Tupperware or you love Pampered Chef or you love jewelry, do those things. Honestly, I'm not going to drag you into a company that's not going to fulfill you in life. But if you do enjoy those things, hit me up, leave me a message, drop me a comment, let me know that you saw this and you're like, I want people to know there is hope in this industry. Maybe they're not in the right place. Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe it's the wrong company, you know, or maybe you've never even tried it before because you're too scared to make a mistake. Stop being scared to make a mistake. If you fall down, get back up 10 times. I don't care. The thing is, like, the more you get back up, the more you learn, the easier it gets, the more accomplishments you find you are making, the more you do, the more income you make. It's a learning process. By all means, it's a learning process, just like building any business is. But, you know, if this is something that interests you, if you want that hope, if you're looking for that something in your life, that something extra outside of what you're doing right now, this could be the opportunity for you. And I would love to talk to you about that. So, you know, I would love to talk about that. So absolutely love this company. And I'm going to like step down from my soapbox for a minute. I don't even know how I got there. But the next thing I'm doing, I already went ahead and like finished the eyeshadow, but I'm going to go ahead and do, my time locker spray. And then I'm going to go in with, Mermaid here. Oops, sorry. And I'm going to use it as my highlighter. But I use my time locker spray first because if you use your finishing spray, setting spray, whatever you're using afterwards, it can actually turn it gray. And we don't want that. Okay, we don't want our highlighter looking gray. We want it to shine, okay? I'm gonna fan it down. So what I do is I actually do this twice. Not because it doesn't work the first time, but like as an extra staying power, because I want my makeup to stay on my face and off my mask. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it dry. And the concept behind this, the reason I do this, my logic behind this is me. This isn't something someone told me to do. This is something I came up with on my own. The reason I do this is because the concept is I probably missed a spot when I was spraying. So the hope would be I would get that spot the second time around and my makeup will stay in place. My nose especially, because I wear glasses and then the mask on top of it, it's a pain in the butt. So, ooh, my mouth. I went a little overboard on that one. By the way, I love to overuse sprays. You don't need that much. I promise. I have a really bad ability to like quantify things the right way, but that's okay. Ooh, I feel so pretty. I'm gonna clean my house looking so fine. Okay. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna go in with my new Limitless Mascara. My word for 2021 is limitless. I think it's incredibly fitting, and then what I love about this foundation with this mascara is it has Capixyl in it, which is the same thing they use in products like Rogaine in our eyelash and eyebrow serum. So what Capixyl does is it interrupts your hair's growth cycle and allows your lashes and your wherever else you use it to grow fuller, longer, faster, and it gets that new growth going for you, right? So it's very cool that it's in this mascara because while my lashes are all done up and mascara'd, right? My mascara is actually encouraging my lashes to grow, which is super freaking cool. To me, that's like the coolest thing ever. And I have to do the highlighter still. ADHD, I blame it on that. I blame it on the ADHD. Something's always distracting me. All I wanted to was to finish. Ooh, I just drew on myself. But you distracted me. You distracted me. Little known fact, unless you grew up with me, I used to do that all the time. And my husband recently was like, what is going on? Because he said I've virtually turned my life into a musical. Like, stuff will happen and I'll start singing about it. And I'm like, sorry, old habit. I haven't done it in a long time. So he's like a little thrown off by it. He's not used to me doing that. But I did. I used to do it all the time. Like, people who knew me will tell you it's true. I'm not making this stuff up. I can't make it up. I really can't. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with this really pretty glow gloss. Ooh, so pretty. What it does is it enhances your normal lip color. I did conceal over. I had thought about using lipstick, but changed my mind. Isn't that pretty? And then it has like non-transfer technology. It's not sticky at all. So pretty. So pretty. And that is actually the whole look, you guys. I'm done. I gotta stop shirking responsibility now. Unfortunately, I need to, you know, show some responsibility and go. I think what I'm gonna do first is trainings, and then I'm gonna go clean the kids' room. That way I'm not breaking the day up. So I'm just trying to blend this a little. Looks a bit dark. A little dark. Can't really do that, but I can do a little bit down here. Okay. Anywho's, finished look. Me, I'm gonna comb my hair. Oh. And if I have not shown you guys this brush, give me just a second. I'm gonna show it to you. Nope, your tablet's not dead. Okay, this brush has saved my life more than once. This is the only reason Lily lets me comb her hair. So she's 3. She does not like me to brush her hair whatsoever. She hates it, in fact. But if I show her this brush and this detangling spray, she will let me do whatever the heck I want with her hair. Put it in a ponytail, pigtails, brush it. She don't care. She loves this brush, and it is fantastic for getting out tangles. And I use it myself, obviously. I just did. But love that brush. So anyways, here's the finished look. Didn't blend this. Maybe it's the lighting. I don't know, but it feels to me like I didn't blend. I need to go back and blend. Whatever, I'm making things up as I go, okay? But this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I do need to go do some trainings with my team, and I also need to work on my hoardy mess. So if you are following that journey, be sure to keep an eye out. I'll have a video up later about progress, how it's going, how I'm feeling at the end of the day, everything, the whole deal. Yesterday I took off, like I said, but today back at it. Got the boys' room to go through. It's going to be an adventure. Yay. Looking forward to it, actually. But thank you guys for joining me. I will talk to you guys soon. Love you guys. If you liked what you saw, be sure to comment. Let me know you liked what you saw. You know, share this with your friends. It is a huge help to me and my business and my efforts when you share with your friends. And, you know, click that bell at the top of the video. Click on notifications. And if you are watching on YouTube, the replay, be sure to subscribe and never miss a video. So again, Sarah Sampson, beauty influencer with Farmasi USA and leader of Team Glitz Mavens. Thank you guys for joining me so much today, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.